Most people think money problems start with income, jobs, or opportunities. But if you look closely, you'll notice that finances are rarely just about numbers. They are deeply influenced by environment, behavior, and emotional patterns. And one of the most powerful environments shaping your financial life is your relationship. Being in a relationship changes how you spend, how you save, how you take risks, and how you think about the future. Not because your partner controls your money, but because relationships reshape priorities. When you are alone, your financial decisions are mostly internal. When you are in a couple, money becomes shared emotionally, even when it isn't shared on paper. One of the first changes happens in spending behavior. In relationships, money often becomes a tool for harmony. People spend to avoid conflict, to please, to compensate, or to maintain an image of stability. Small expenses justified by love slowly turn into patterns. Not because love is expensive, but because avoidance is. Avoidance of uncomfortable conversations. Avoidance of boundaries. Avoidance of financial honesty. Relationships also influence financial discipline. When two people are aligned, discipline becomes easier. Goals are shared. Sacrifices make sense. But when values differ, discipline erodes quietly. One person saves while the other spends. One plans while the other avoids. Over time, tension grows, not because of money itself, but because money exposes misalignment. Another overlooked factor is emotional regulation. Money decisions are rarely rational when emotions are unstable. Relationships can either stabilize emotions or intensify them. In emotionally secure relationships, money decisions tend to be calmer, more long-term oriented. In emotionally unstable relationships, money often becomes reactive. Spending increases during stress. Planning is postponed. Financial decisions are made to soothe emotions rather than build structure. There is also the question of identity. In some relationships, people slowly adjust their financial behavior to fit the relationship rather than their values. They lower standards, delay goals, stay in jobs they dislike to maintain stability, or spend beyond their means to maintain appearances. Over time, this creates internal conflict. Financial pressure increases not because income dropped, but because self-alignment disappeared. Relationships also influence risk tolerance. When people feel emotionally supported, they are often more willing to take calculated risks, investing in skills, changing careers, building something long-term. When relationships are unstable, people tend to cling to safety. They avoid growth to avoid additional stress. This keeps finances stagnant, even when potential exists. Another important aspect is communication. Couples who avoid talking about money often experience financial drift. Bills get paid, but no direction exists. Goals are vague. Resentment builds silently. Money conversations feel uncomfortable because they touch deeper topics: control, trust, fear, and responsibility. But avoiding these conversations doesn't protect the relationship. It weakens both the relationship and the financial foundation beneath it. Some people experience the opposite problem. Financial success becomes tied to the relationship's approval. One partner becomes the provider, the fixer, the stabilizer. Over time, pressure builds. Burnout follows. Money becomes a measure of worth rather than a tool. This dynamic doesn't just affect finances. It affects self-respect and emotional balance. Relationships don't ruin finances. Unconscious relationships do. A healthy relationship creates structure. It encourages clarity, honesty, and shared responsibility. An unhealthy one amplifies avoidance, emotional spending, and misalignment. Money simply reveals what already exists beneath the surface. This is why many people experience financial improvement after leaving the wrong relationship, not because the other person was bad, but because clarity returns. Decisions become intentional again. Boundaries reappear. Emotional energy stops leaking. Financial behavior stabilizes. This doesn't mean relationships are a financial risk. It means relationships are a financial amplifier. They magnify habits, values, and emotional patterns. If you bring discipline, awareness, and honesty into a relationship, money often becomes easier to manage. If you bring avoidance, fear, and dependency, money becomes a constant source of stress. So the real question isn't whether a relationship helps or hurts your finances. The real question is whether the relationship encourages responsibility or enables avoidance. Whether it supports growth or prioritizes comfort at any cost. Money is not destroyed by love. It is shaped by how consciously love is practiced. If this reflection resonates with you, this channel explores these connections in depth. From relationships and money, to discipline, character, and long-term stability built quietly and honestly. If you want to understand how your inner world shapes your outer reality, consider subscribing to the channel. Not for quick financial advice, but for clarity that lasts longer than motivation.